Here's a Redneck Bible study. It says in John 3:16 that God gave His only begotten Son to die on the cross for our sins, so we do not have to live in fear. Okay, that is one of my favorite verses. Okay, uh, hang on. I found, I was reading my Bible the other day and I found this verse that stuck out to me, and I'm gonna read it to y'all. I gotta find it again. It's Isaiah verse 1, chapter 53. I thought it was pretty cool verse. Here, let me read it. Darkness no more now. Here it is. Uh, who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? Isaiah chapter 53, verse 1. I think that's pretty cool, man. Uh, yeah. If you ain't got if you ain't got a Bible, go get you one. I read mine almost every night. I like to wake up with the Word. That's why I go to church Sunday and Wednesday and everything. Uh, I like Brother Gary's preaching. I like Dev Brill's preaching. I like Gary McDevitt's preaching. I like Dev Brill's preaching. I like Brother Chris's preaching. He goes to the Assembly Church. Yeah. And some other people will do some preaching sometimes, like Alec Tyner. He does some preaching sometimes. He's pretty good. Anybody who's willing to go up there and preach, I'll tip my hat off to you. I thought a little bit about doing preaching, but I got stage fright. Here it is. John 3:16 is one of my favorite verses. Here it is. 16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I mean, it says it right there in that verse, man. Whoever believes in the Lord will not perish, but will have everlasting life. It says it right there, man. So if you don't believe in God, or you should start believing in Him. It says in the Bible, make disciples. That means go around and tell people about His Word. I try to, but sometimes it's hard. I understand that. I understand that completely. There's something my youth ministry talks about. Deb Brill. He's like, people who don't believe in God, they still have a code. They still have a code they live by every day. And I was like, yeah, I agree with that right there, man. They still have a way they live by. I've told a few people about God, about Jesus. How He died on the cross for us. And like it, and there's some people who will go to church, act all Christian and everything, but then they'll go to the school or something and talk like a sailor. I mean, that's what I used to do, okay? But why do that when, like, you go to church, act all Christian, and then when you go to school you talk like a sailor? I mean, who's gonna believe you're Christian then? I mean, who's gonna take your word over Christianity then? I mean, when you're talking like a sailor, F this, F that, S this, S this, S this, S this, D word, F this, F this, F this, and then you try to tell somebody about God. I mean, who's gonna listen to you? Nobody. I mean, if you go up there, like, not cussing, go up to them and, like, hey man, you believe in God? They'll listen to you, you know, probably. You know, I've believed in God, like, my whole life, you know. I started really believing in God when my mama got cancer, you know. When my mom got cancer, you know, a few years back, it was one of the first times I ever prayed. One of like the main times I prayed in my life, if, like, she would be cured, and, you know, she did. Started going to church more, and, you know, so thank God for that, you know. You know, God's always been there for me, you know. He's always been there for my friends. I mean, yeah. Like, yeah, just get saved, and says it, like, it says in the Bible, nobody's perfect except for the Lord Almighty. Okay. It says in the Bible, nobody's perfect except for the Lord Almighty. I'm not perfect. None of my friends are perfect. I mean, yeah, every once in a while a cuss word will come out of my mouth, and I regret it. I feel like a jackwagon. We'll be fishing, and one of my buddies will accidentally say the F word or something, and, you know, and they'll be like, oh man, they'll actually, they won't say oh man, they'll say my bad. They'll kind of yell it out, my bad, and then they won't cuss for like. Then I don't hear another cuss word out of them for at least a week. Now, that's pretty good. If they can go without cussing for a week, they can go out cussing. Think about it. I can go without cussing, man. Stuff just slips out. Something can slip out every once in a while, man. You know. Yeah. Yeah, there was yeah, there's no one perfect in this world. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Believe me, I'm far from perfect, okay? But I'm a good person, okay? I'm a good person, but I'm not perfect. I'm very far from perfect. I'm listening to David Crowder. If y'all can hear it. Christian music. Came alive. I got a sauce for you and an empty grave. I got something sound and one sweet name. Seven days of hell, sentence and dog. I got mine, see the devil, got a run. Yeah, man, that's a good song. It's when I first heard that song, when it first comes on, it goes run devil, run devil, run devil, run devil, run devil, run. And I thought it was saying gather round, because like they're beating on the drum or something. Yeah, it's a good song. I'll listen to Christian music, you know. Reed Meadows was the one who got me hooked on David Crowder. Yeah, so see y'all later.